The ocean stretches out endlessly, a boundless expanse of blue that seems to hold the very secrets of the world within its depths. Its surface shimmers under the sun, waves rolling and dancing as if they are alive, yet beneath that glittering exterior lies a hidden world, one that few have ever truly seen. This is a place of quiet mystery, where light fades and shadows play, where the laws of what we think we know about the world above do not always apply. The ocean is a vast, silent storyteller, whispering ancient tales in currents and waves, in the contours of its hidden valleys and mountains, in the shapes of its rocks and the paths its waters carve over millennia. Imagine, for a moment, descending beneath the surface, leaving the warmth of sunlight behind. Slowly, the blue begins to deepen, the world above becoming more distant, until it is nothing but a faint shimmer, a memory. The water grows colder, the pressure increases, and yet, in this silence, there is a strange peace. This is the realm where the ocean keeps its most precious secrets, where stories of human history, of lost civilizations, of nature's artistry, wait patiently for those willing to look and listen. Some of these stories are almost impossible to believe. Consider, for example, the structures resting beneath the waves near Yonaguni Island, a small, serene place on the southern edge of Japan's Okinawa Prefecture. Yonaguni is a land of turquoise waters, jagged cliffs, and quiet beaches, where the pace of life is slow, and the horizon stretches endlessly. Here, the modern world feels distant, and the rhythm of nature sets its own tempo. Yet, just beneath the surface, a mystery has captivated scientists, divers, and adventurers alike for decades. It was in 1986 that Kihachiro Aratake, a local diving guide, first noticed something unusual. He was exploring the waters off Yonaguni in search of new dive sites to share with visiting tourists, something extraordinary that would set the island apart. The waters were already clear and beautiful, full of coral reefs and the gentle movement of marine life, but Aratake's eyes caught a darker shape on the seafloor. At first, it was subtle, a mere shadow among the shifting sands. Curiosity drew him closer, and as he descended, the shadow resolved into something far more remarkable than he could have imagined. Rising from the ocean floor were stone formations, massive and angular, structured in ways that seemed deliberate, almost impossibly precise. These formations, now known as the Yonaguni Monument, are unlike anything most divers encounter. Wide terraces, flat platforms, and what appear to be steps stretch across the seabed. Some areas contain features reminiscent of walls, corridors, and perhaps even doorways or windows. One particularly striking section resembles a sea turtle resting upon a pedestal, carved with such care and symmetry that it immediately evokes the idea of human design. To Aratake, the shapes and patterns suggested a civilization long forgotten, a culture that may have flourished thousands of years before the records we know today. Yet as soon as the discovery was reported, the debate began. Supporters of the human-made theory, like Masaaki Kimura, argue that the precision of the structures is too intentional to be purely natural. They point to terraces, steps, and formations that appear sculpted, suggesting tools and careful planning. Over the years, Kimura claimed to have found stone implements embedded in the seabed nearby and carvings etched into the rock, evidence that humans may indeed have left their mark here long before the rise of known civilizations. He estimated that, to be above sea level at the time it was created, the monument would have had to date back more than 10,000 years, to a period when the ice sheets of the last glacial era had lowered sea levels significantly. This, if true, would place the Yonaguni Monument as one of the oldest human-engineered structures on Earth, predating even the pyramids of Egypt or Stonehenge. Yet, for every claim of deliberate human construction, there has been an equally vocal counterargument. Many geologists argue that what appears to be deliberate could simply be nature's handiwork. Sandstone, the rock that forms the bulk of the Yonaguni Monument, is known to fracture in straight lines under specific conditions, creating terraces, steps, and flat surfaces. Combined with underwater currents and tectonic shifts over millennia, these natural processes can produce formations that look eerily precise. Robert Shook, a geologist from Boston University, was among the most prominent skeptics. He visited Yonaguni, explored the site firsthand, and while he acknowledged the unusual qualities of the formations, he concluded that the majority of the structures could have been created by natural erosion and movement. This debate has captivated the world. On one side, researchers like Kimura present evidence that seems to challenge our understanding of early human societies, suggesting that advanced civilizations might have existed far earlier than the timeline history has recorded. On the other side, geologists caution against overinterpretation, highlighting that nature itself can be astonishingly precise and artistic, without any human intervention. The truth, it seems, lies somewhere between certainty and mystery, buried beneath the waves where light rarely reaches. For those fortunate enough to dive among the terraces and platforms of Yonaguni, the experience is unforgettable. Swimming through the underwater labyrinth, surrounded by schools of fish gliding silently by and feeling the pressure of the ocean around you, there is a sense of awe and quiet wonder. The formations rise like ancient monuments in a world where time moves differently, where human presence is ephemeral, and yet traces of history might linger in the shape of every stone. Whether they are remnants of a lost civilization or a masterpiece of natural geology, they stir the imagination, reminding us that our world is vast, old, and still largely unexplored. Some theories go even further. There are those who link Yonaguni to legends of sunken lands, places spoken of in myths and folklore, the fabled continent of Mu, said to have disappeared beneath the Pacific Ocean, or connections to Atlantis from Western lore. Such ideas are tantalizing, though unproven. The idea that a sophisticated culture might have existed, performing rituals and building monumental structures, challenges our assumptions about early human capabilities. Terraces reminiscent of ziggurats, steps that might have served ceremonial purposes, and shapes resembling animals, all hint at a story that is tantalizingly close, yet frustratingly out of reach. Despite the uncertainty, the Yonaguni Monument continues to fascinate. Diverse visit year after year, drawn by the silent mystery, the intersection of nature and potential history, and the feeling that something extraordinary lies just beneath the waves. For some, it is a place of meditation, of quiet reflection, where the rhythm of the ocean encourages patience and mindfulness. For others, it is a challenge, a puzzle to unravel, a piece of humanity's story waiting to be discovered. Even if the structures are purely natural, the ocean has created a landscape of haunting beauty, one that inspires awe and contemplation. Every corner of the monument invites questions. Who, if anyone, shaped this place? Why was it built, or why does it take the form it does? How long has it been here, resting silently, submerged beneath the sea for thousands of years? And yet, no matter how much we speculate, no definitive answer has been found. Perhaps that is the point. Perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain, quietly challenging us to look closer, to imagine, to dream. As the sun sets and casts long shadows across the waters, imagine yourself hovering just above the ocean floor. Feel the cool embrace of the sea around you, hear the gentle sweep of currents, the distant song of fish. In this quiet, in this stillness, the mysteries of Yonaguni feel alive, almost as if the monument itself were a guardian of secrets, patiently waiting for the right moment to reveal them. Every step, every ledge, every carved shape tells a story, though whether it is the story of humans, of nature, or of both, remains uncertain. The ocean is patient. It watches, it listens, it guards its secrets carefully. Someday, perhaps, the truth about Yonaguni will be revealed. Perhaps a new discovery, a new dive, or an unexpected artifact will answer the questions that have puzzled generations. Or perhaps the monument will remain as it is today, silent, imposing, and enigmatic. A reminder that the world is larger and older than our understanding, that beneath the waves lies a realm where history, legend, and nature intermingle, waiting for us to explore. As you relax and let these thoughts settle, picture the gentle sway of the ocean above, the quiet mystery beneath, and the idea that there are still wonders in the world that challenge what we think we know. Whether Yonaguni is the work of ancient humans, or the artistry of time and tides, it remains a place of quiet contemplation, a story that unfolds slowly, patiently, as all great mysteries do. And in that calm, in that vast blue expanse, you can let your mind drift, carried along by the rhythm of the sea, and wonder what other secrets might lie hidden, waiting just below the surface, for someone patient enough to discover them.